Yeah, because it's like shoving off to Boston, but a dubstep remix.
I like it.
I'm gonna use this one.
Let's hear the drop, though. All right, that's cool as hell.
Yeah. Want to just go with it?
Yep. Roll. A-D-G-T.
That stands for a damn good time. For all you new ones out there. Better have a fat fucking drop after this right now.
It's got it.
Still more build up. Sorry, we'll get into it. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I'm Steve Schaefer.
I'm Cody Adams.
And I'm Brad Vankirk.
And this is a damn good time podcast.
Hit him with it.
Yeah. On this episode, we have Brad Vankirk in the studio. Hopefully this time we'll get around to tasting that Fat Tire Amber Ale from New Belgium.
Yeah, we didn't get to it last week.
Yeah, we're still, as you can see, we're still celebrating my birthday. We go hard. We go hard.
Hard.
But yeah, then we're just going to sit back, relax, and have ourselves a damn good time.
Hell yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll touch on that. As you notice, we still have the birthday decorations up because it's only, we'll break the little secret here. Give you a little behind the scenes action of what goes on in this studio. We're recording 2 episodes this week to make sure you guys have the content that you deserve.
Yes.
I have to work midnights next week. We had some ideas, maybe do like a coffee session in the morning, or that way we can record in the morning when I get off, or I just or I stay sober and record before I go to work. And it's just like, or I even asked Cody, I'm like, do you want to just wake up early one day and just ruin your entire day by getting drunk and doing the show? And like,
right.
It'll be cool for me because then I can go to sleep and then it's like a normal schedule for me. But like, you're just gonna ruin an entire fucking day.
Yeah, that wouldn't work too well.
Yeah, but instead we decided we'll shoot on a Saturday.
Well, and the great thing is, I have my awesome brother-in-law down from Michigan, so we're like, "Hey, Brad, you want to come on a podcast?"
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, the whole birth of this came from the diaper party. Shout out back to that.
Yeah.
Me and Brad were talking, and we were like talking UFC shit.
Yep.
And you were like, "Dude, there's an awesome card coming up November 6th." I'm like, "Bro, that's my fucking birthday weekend, dude."
Yeah.
Like, come on down. Like, we got a spare bedroom we can stay at. Like, got the keg, got TVs and shit. So we're gonna watch the fights tonight. This one will probably be releasing in 2 weeks or so. So the fights will be old news, but it's still fucking dope. Like,
oh, yeah, dude. It's worth showing up for.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. But yeah, this is Brad Vankirk.
Yeah.
This is Steph's little brother. Are you the youngest then of the family?
Yeah, I'm the youngest, unfortunately.
Oh, you're the baby.
Yeah, I'm the baby.
So all the attention's on you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad, though.
Yeah. And obviously... he's from Michigan, too. We don't hold that against you.
No.
But you hate the Wolverines, though, I heard you say earlier, right?
I hate the Wolverines. Michigan State, that's my team, so.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, and they had a big win over the Wolverines last week.
Yes, they did, yeah.
That's pretty awesome. But yeah, we got him down here hanging out. We're going to watch fights later and still celebrate my birthday some more. It's going to be fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was... The funny thing was, and I mentioned this in the last episode, was talking about the first time I visited and how everybody's a Michigan State fan. Nobody likes Michigan, and it was hilarious to me.
Yeah, Michigan's a dump.
So how did Steph end up being a Wolverines fan then?
I don't know, man. I think she was dropped when she was a kid. I don't know for sure, but I heard something about that. So
yeah, she slid out of someone's
hands.
So then, is the whole family Michigan State fans then?
No, my dad actually doesn't even know what football is. My mom, she only cares about babies and stuff. So
yeah. So it's mainly more of like the kids fighting it out.
Yeah, pretty much just me and Steph know about football, and Chrissy, my other sister, she's just a little Instagram model. So
yeah, they don't really care about sports like we do for the most part, which is fine. And we're not that hardcore into it either, but it's just it's always fun. So.
Yeah, it's fun to talk shit. I try not to do it too much because I'm not that kind. I hate being that person. It's like, fuck you, we're going to take you down. And then the next day after we lose, it's like, well, sorry I said those things. You know?
Exactly.
I'm more of a realist whenever it comes to this shit. I'm not, I think I touched on this before on episodes. I'm not one of those people that like, my team lost, so it ruined my entire weekend. Like, I'm like, oh, that sucks. They lost. Let's fucking drink some more.
Oh, yeah.
So Brad. So is it Brad or Bradley?
It's Bradley, but you can call me Brad.
Okay. But if I did call you Bradley, I'm not stepping out.
Oh, no, dude. You ain't stepping on nerves. You can call me anything. A lot of people call me Head because I got a big old head, so. How big is your head? I don't know. I'd say it's bigger than the average male.
Yeah.
Adult male, yeah.
Like if you wore a fitted cap, what size you going for?
Well, let's say if it's a snapback, I'm on the last snap.
Yeah.
So that last little dot you pinch it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're working
Dude,
with
me and you, baby.
Yeah.
Like whenever I wear fitted, I got to go like 7 3/4. Or 7 3/4 is the lowest. I'd rather get one bigger, but it's always hard to find one bigger than that.
Yep.
So.
And if you're rocking the flex fit, we're flexing it for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That bitch is stretched. So. Yeah, hey, that's awesome, dude. Fucking big head crew all the way.
Oh, yeah.
Motherfuckers.
I don't think my head's that tiny, but yeah.
Yeah, but it still must be nice to buy normal hats, you fucking nerd.
I don't wear hats. So I don't know.
Well.
Yeah. They get in my way.
Yeah. How do they get in your way? But they do.
Because I run so fast that they slow me down.
I just didn't know if there was like a more elaborate part of that story. Like they get in my way. I don't like the bill because I can't see up.
The only time I wear hats is like if I go out like fishing for like like when we fished in Canada and stuff with my dad and my brothers. Like I go out for the whole day and wear a hat then just because of the sun and stuff. But I tend to not wear hats. It just bugged me.
That's cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just don't like shit on your head.
I don't like shit on my head.
Don't like that shit.
I don't even like my hair. That's why it's going away so fast.
Yeah, fuck. I don't even want the hair on my head. That's what my body's just naturally pushing it out because it's an obstruction. I don't like it.
I think it's more of those things like I run hot all the time, like you do too. But like if I have a hat on, I'm just going to sweat in that hat.
Right. Yeah, my hats are always wet.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, it's a little gross. And then Brad, you mentioned that some you said something about gambling.
Oh yeah, big gambler.
Yeah,
big gambler.
More on the sports side or
sports side? Yeah, when it comes to just like table betting, just a blackjack roulette kind of guy, but sports betting for sure.
Yeah,
love it.
Hell yeah. Do you usually come out on top or?
Yeah, I mean not on top, but I'll come away with like a little something, but I'll lose a lot.
Yeah.
But not like a lot of money, but I'll lose a lot of time, just a little bit of money.
Right.
But, I always throw each week, especially since the NFL is running, you know, you throw, let's say 13 to 16 teams play every Sunday.
Right.
You know, you just bet a unit on each team, whether it's the spread, whether it's the over under.
Right.
You know, you'll come away with a little something, whether you're up 2 units, 3 units. We'll
there
take
you
it.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like how you call it units.
Yeah, well.
It feels like it's easier to lose a couple units than it is to lose a couple $100.
Yeah, well, I mean, you decide your unit, whether your unit's $50, $100, $1,000. I mean, mine's only like $50, $25, nothing crazy, but
yeah, it's not like you're dropping stacks down.
Yeah,
like,
as long as you're doing it in like a disciplined manner, it's not out of control.
Never got to that point where all your teams lost, so you're like, I'm jumping out that window.
Yeah,
let me see what a bullet tastes like.
Whoa, that just went extreme. Holy cow.
Well, I mean, I
could be like, sell my car or something.
That is the dark side of gambling. Like some people lose so hard that they're like, you know what? I'm just done with everything.
And that's why I play the stock market. Yeah. It's just fancy man gambling. And they jump out of windows more.
Yeah, so you gamble, you like sports a lot. What's your favorite sport?
Well, I'm a big fan of MMA. That's just in like my sense of competition. I think that's just the most pure like competitive sport, just one-on-one. There's no team, and it's actual just who's the actual winner.
Right.
I like football, but I also like basketball a lot too. When it comes to gambling, I really like basketball.
Yeah.
But always stay away from hockey and baseball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Those two suck.
Yeah, you never know.
It's a little harder.
Yeah. Oh, they suck.
Especially baseball. Baseball's one of those things where it's like some guy can just have a good hitting night, and all of a sudden he just lines up and he's just driving home runs like crazy.
Or you get that pitcher, all of a sudden it's like he hasn't done shit. in fucking 10 years, and now he's got a no-hitter whenever I bet against him. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, of course, on every of all nights, this is when you got to fucking blow up. Thanks, guy.
Yeah. And you don't have his like big spreads or anything on baseball.
No,
like,
never.
It's like in football is just one of those things where it's always the highest gambling sport,
Yeah.
because it's just the big spreads,
Yep.
over
Football's
under. You
money.
know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's fun to bet on.
Yeah, and I've heard people talk about it. I don't get into it a lot, but you got those kind of like those benchmarks. It's like, oh, they got Aaron Rodgers and points. Like, of course I'm gonna fucking put money on that. You know,
exactly.
like you get those kind of benchmarks. Whereas like with baseball and shit's like, well, who's starting pitcher? Like you got to do a little more research and shit. You know? So yeah, that does. I kind of want to get into it more.
Dude, it's fun. You should.
Yeah.
I wish we.
Really
And I'm sure I can find somebody that does parlay sheets, because I always love doing parlay sheets. Like even college ball and stuff, and doing parlays, and you can randomly guess parlays and like come out on top. Pretty easy.
But a lot of times you come out on bottom in parlays. That's why the straight bets are always the way to go.
I always did pretty well in parlays back in the day, but that was a long time ago, and it was, I'd just throw $5 at it, and they'd be like, "Hey, you won $60." I'd be like,
Yeah.
All right. I don't even know half the games I was betting on, but I was like, yeah, I think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna win.
Right. And then Brad, you touched. We have to ask off camera. You are 22 years young.
Yep. 22.
Still a fucking young guy.
Yep. We out here.
Gave him the best advice that I told him I could give him is just don't grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Just stay right there, dude. You're right where it's at. You know?
I'll do that. I'll stay just right here. I won't grow any older.
I think I've grown up by body, but not by mind. I'm still.
That's good though, man.
Right. It's just everything else is falling apart, but my headspace is still at like 25 years old. You know.
Absolutely.
And then, what do you do for a living?
Right now I'm just moving beer at a beer distributor called Fabiano Brothers. So just Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light, Busch, all the good stuff besides Miller and Coors. So
the ones we drink.
As I'm drinking a Miller.
Yeah.
But
No, that's definitely Anheuser-Busch stuff in that cake. Fucking sleeping with the enemy here.
yeah.
This is also not Brad's first podcast he's been on, technically.
Yeah, technically.
Okay.
I was
got a
featured,
shout out.
I was featured on the Theo Von podcast this past weekend, but
No shit.
yeah.
What the fuck for?
He just does like little video submissions.
Yeah.
And so I just sent one in, and he played me and talked about me, and a little back and forth action, nothing crazy, but yeah.
Theo Von's a funny dude.
Dude, that's my favorite comedian
right
now. He just naturally has the greatest humor, and he's always in that humor state of mind.
Yeah, it's weird, like some of the shit that just flows out of that dude's brain.
Oh, it's
like, how the
beautiful.
fuck did you just think of that?
Dude,
like,
it is
like that.
yeah, it's beautiful, man. I love it.
That's awesome. Well, you probably won't get as much airtime, or not airtime, but you won't get as much. I can't think of the word. Exposure through this podcast as you would through Vaughn's.
Hey man, it don't matter. It don't matter.
But that's cool. We got like another famous guy on here.
Nah, dude, I ain't no Hollywood guy.
Not yet.
You should have been like, hey, if there's any ladies out there, DM Theo and I'll give him contact him. Because if she's already watching Theo Von, then I mean, she might be a catch.
Pretty cool.
That's true. Maybe I should.
What was the? I want to look it up, just not right now.
Yeah.
But what was the video about? How did he?
Well, so I was talking to him because his podcast is kind of like a sad kind of podcast where it just talks about life and realistic stuff.
Yeah.
So I was just talking to him about quitting smoking weed, because I was a big avid weed smoker. And I'm still pretty young, so it kind of sounds stupid, but so I sent him a video on what would you do about smoking weed? Because he was like a drug addict and like cocaine and stuff like that. So he gave me some advice on that, and I told him I was going to Tennessee, which is where he lives, in Nashville.
Okay.
And he gave me just a few things to do in Nashville.
Hell yeah.
So
that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, like you said, a lot of his shit can get a little dark and like a little.
It is a little dark, but you gotta love it,
right?
Yeah.
But it's real. I love people like that that can just put themselves out there and hey, this is me, man. Like, this is the shit I've been through.
Yep.
Like there's so many people out there that just don't talk about like some of their traumas or some of the hardships they've been through. And so when you look at them, like, you're a fucking asshole. I'm like, well, I don't know what.
Yeah.
There's probably been something that made you that way.
Yeah, I mean, like quitting smoking weed wasn't a big thing for me. It was just I just wanted to send something in just to see if he would like use it or see it.
Right.
And he used it right away, and he's like put it on his podcast the next day, and I was like, wow, okay, so he's out here actually listening to this stuff.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
he's listening to his people, and I think that's beautiful.
Big Brad. He's like, yeah. First of all, you got to be pretty cool to get named like Big Brad.
Yeah.
I don't think you said that.
He was calling me bread, like the bread, like the loaf of
Oh,
bread.
yeah, bread. Yeah.
He was like, that's a rare carbohydrate, and I was like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, that dude's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. I thought Steph showed me. I was like, oh, that's awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, dude.
It felt good, man. I felt like a superstar for a day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
And now you can feel like a minor league superstar because you're on the list now.
I feel,
Just that happened last week, right? This is happening this week. Just keep rolling. Just be a podcast superstar now.
Exactly, dude. We'll just keep going.
Right. This is your trajectory is nothing but up right now.
Yeah.
Or we're demolishing it. I don't know.
You're like, I went from fucking Theo Von to this. I brought him up before. That dude's got the perfect fucking mullet too. Like,
oh, dude. So I had my long hair. I was growing it out for like probably 5 months. Went to the haircut parlor. Said, "Give me a mullet." She gave me a mullet.
yeah.
Looked terrible. So I told her, just shut it down. Cut her down.
Shut it down.
Like, nope, never mind.
Yep.
That's too much party in the back.
Yeah, it was a party for sure, dude.
That's hilarious.
It's hard being a blonde. You can't like a blonde mullet. It's something.
Oh,
it's
dude,
something.
it looked
You're
so,
Joe Dirt
it
in
looked
it all
so
day.
bad, dude. It looked like I just came out of the sewer and I was just looking for some food or something.
Dude, actually though, you should think of next Halloween.
Yeah.
Grow that back out. Get that mullet.
Yep.
And shave you some fucking Joe Dirt facial hair, dude.
Yeah.
You could be fucking Joe Dirt.
I
easy.
could, yeah.
Just get you a shirt that says "Life's a Garden." Dig it. Like,
Yep. Exactly.
Because I think that is the exact like hair color. Dude.
It is probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I should do it.
That's awesome. This is usually kind of the part of the show where I say like, "How was your week?" But
Yeah.
we recorded 2 days ago. Anything new happened since the last time we talked?
Not really. I mean, like I say, the Brad in-laws are down.
Yeah.
Grandma and Grandpa are down. And they're hanging out with the kids right now. So no, nothing really happened. We're just all having a good time, watching babies, and
Right.
Brad's big uncle of 3 now. He
got
uncle of 3. Like, bam, we went from zero to 80.
I've been dealing with babies for a while now, dude. It feels like.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. So he came down, the diaper party, and then like right when they were born, and they were just tiny.
Dude, it happens so quick though.
5-pounders.
Feels like you got. I don't know. It feels like we took that last vacation in August in Arizona. Feels like it was like last month, man.
Yeah.
And now we got 3 babies. It's like, wow. Now we're in business,
Right. Yeah, that's even one of the last times I saw Brady. He was like, "You remember talking to Brad at the diaper party about like have him come down, have all the people down and watch the UFC?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I do." I was like, "I wonder if he remembers that." I'm like, "I'm sure he kind of does."
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, dude, I remember. I might have been a little drunk, but I remember it.
Who's your boy? I forget his name.
Tim, that's my cousin Tim.
Tim,
Yeah,
yeah.
we call him Big
Timmy.
Timmy.
He didn't come down this weekend?
Nah, man, he's hunting. He's hunting for something, turkeys or something.
Gotcha.
It's rut right now, so it's deer season.
Yeah.
For sure.
So then, Brad, do you have a lucky lady?
No, man, I am on Tinder though, so
Yeah.
if you want to find me on Tinder, you can swipe right,
Hit him up.
Yeah.
Hit him up. Maybe find you a nice Ohio girl. Come down
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
This way, dude.
Oh, Ohio. I mean, any state. Let's go.
Different, all the hoes in different area codes,
Yeah, let's go,
as
dude.
what Ludacris says, So.
He's a higher girl when he's visiting.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful uncle.
Let's go.
Yeah. I don't know. Nothing really changed in my week. Oh shit! I was playing some more Diablo. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm in Act 4 now. Fuck yeah, baby.
There you go.
Yeah. That was fun. I literally sat down for like 2 hours straight last night. The kids' friends, parents texted and asked them if they wanted to sleep over. And I was like, all right, get the fucking kids out of the house. Sarah was still sick. She wasn't able to go to work. So like we just kind of chilled out and watched some TV. And then like she fell asleep on the couch because she's sick and shit. So I was like, fuck it, Diablo time, baby.
I won't be on for a while. Apex just dropped a new season and a new map, and I've just been grinding on that.
Yeah.
So, and anytime I get, which is not much time,
Right.
I snuck in like an hour or two yesterday while I Steph was napping,
right.
and Kathy was like kind of watching the kids, and I was actually watching the kids. They were sleeping. I'm like, everybody's doing their thing. I'm like, I'm gonna sneak in a couple hours of gaming. You know, I was sneaking an hour or two here and there now, and just do it.
Yeah, and it's one of those things too that kind of sucks is like whenever you actually like your significant other and you like your kids. You know what I mean? Like, I love my wife and my kids, so I want to hang out with them. You know, so for me, like, if everybody's watching TV in the living room, I want to hang out there, and I don't want to be like, well, Dad wants to play Diablo, so you fuck yourselves or something. Or like I move down to the basement, and it's like, okay, everybody stay the fuck up here. I'm going down there. Like, but you know, I don't like doing that. So it is, like you said, it's hard to find that spot for when you can do what you want to do because you also want to hang out with them.
Yeah,
Like it sucks having a cool wife.
Yeah. Dang,
There's probably people out there with shit wives that are like, fuck you, dude. Like, I wish I didn't have to escape to the basement and play video games.
There's probably people out there like, oh, my wife's cool too, but I still just play video games.
Yeah.
Honey, I love you.
Well, and that's the thing is my wife...
You just ruined 6 marriages right there.
Fuck it.
You're going to be like, why ain't you more like Steve? He wants to hang out with his wife and kids and not play video games.
And they'll be like, go fucking marry Steve. I don't go.
No, and it's just late night. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes, and Steph likes to watch like Bachelor and Bachelorette.
Well, yeah, you got to keep up with your shows and stuff.
I absolutely cannot stand to watch that for like 5 seconds. I'm just like, what is happening? What is that? I don't care.
Yeah.
So she'll go watch her show, and I'll do some gaming. But
I did get Hank on the Diablo thing too, so that does kind of help out whenever like one of your kids wants to play. Like, oh, sorry, Henry really wants to play, so I got to. Like, so that makes it a little easier. Like, oh no, he twisted my arm. I have to do it. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's just we learn, we adapt.
What's Diablo?
Oh,
Diablo is pretty fucking awesome.
It's an old school, like,
yeah.
So they just remastered one of the games. They put it on Xbox. There's a newer one they also have on Xbox. It's
a RPG role playing game, basically, right?
Over top, kind of clear out, level up your character, dungeon RPG.
Yeah,
but you can play with multiple people.
You're always searching dungeons. You're always killing big bosses. Lots of other creatures out there to kill shit. It's all about the loot, really.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get good armor, good helmets, good swords and shit, and like you really want to build up your stats with all your shit and like level up and stuff.
That's one of them story mode grinding games.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's one of the things that we used to play like way back in the day.
Yeah, because it released 2002, I think we saw, or like 20 years ago.
Yeah, and we used to just play it all the time on like PC.
Yeah.
And then they finally remastered it and put it out on Xbox.
Yeah.
So now we're playing that, but.
Yeah,
well, I haven't played very much, to be honest. But
and I've been seeing too. There's a version coming out for mobile, which I think would be fun.
Yeah.
Then because mobile games, I don't get them a lot. You know,
no, they're tough.
Yeah, and I hate especially some of them are just like, I wish I just had a controller.
Yeah,
because I see people playing PUBG Mobile or like Warzone Mobile. And how the fuck I need buttons, dude.
Yeah.
Like I need fucking buttons.
Yeah.
And then I even heard they're working on Diablo 4.
Yeah,
because the one that we're playing, the one that we're talking about is Diablo 2 remastered. Diablo 3 was released for console, and then they're working on Diablo 4 coming out here soon. So, but Blizzard, I guess Blizzard just had like some sexual harassment claims and shit, and so they the last thing I read was that the release date for that is pushed back indefinitely, until they kind of figure out some more shit.
Yeah, that's
figure out who they got to fire and like.
They've been like 10 years between each one, so
Yeah.
it's like not like they don't push that game as much because they obviously Blizzard's huge and they had like World of Warcraft and like that stuff. They focus on that, so all the nerdy stuff,
all the cool nerdy stuff,
all the fun ass shit.
Yeah, that's probably like one of the most nerdy things I do is the Diablo shit. I bet I would probably fucking deep dive into World of Warcraft type stuff too, or like
Oh yeah, if you like Diablo, you would have. I memean, now you wouldn't like it, but like back in the day when it came out, you would have loved it, and it was so addicting. I mean, people died over it.
yeah,
because they stayed up too long, just like playing it nonstop.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
It's one of those things that sucks whenever you're doing something you love kills you. Well, you were talking before the podcast, that Travis Scott concert. When did this is like brand new, right?
Yeah, I think it was just like yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then fucking like everybody stormed the stage and like 8 people died.
Yeah.
And a bunch injured just because people were trampling each other just to get closer.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they haven't released how the people died or anything yet. And, initially it's like, oh, there's probably somebody passing out some bad Molly around the stage or whatever. But then you just looked at that interview and it was like everybody was pushing so hard on each other. People were suffocating to death. So people might have literally got choked out and passed out and fell on the ground and like didn't get blood. I don't know.
That's insane because I've been to so many metal concerts and mosh pits and shit. Crowd surf, fucking stage dive and stuff, and like I've been knocked out a few times, a couple bloody noses. I think I broke my foot once. You know, it's fun, but like at least like in mosh pits, there's always like this common courtesy of like you get knocked down, you got like 6 people picking.
Oh
you
yeah,
back
helping
up.
a brother out.
Yeah.
Yo,
It's
man,
like,
come on.
It's like it's friendly violence. It's literally like very friendly violence in that shit. But to think like you're getting trampled to death because you just want to see Travis Scott, like that's gotta fucking suck.
Oh yeah, dude. You see an auto-tuned rapper and you just want to get up closer and then die? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't. And they were even like, there's like a VIP security gate. I saw like a video of that like somehow they got into that gate and they like stormed through that gate. Like everybody's running through that gate.
Yeah.
And they demolished all the metal detectors and stuff because they like people hit them and knock over them. But it was funny too because all the security guards. No, it's funny that anybody ever died there. That's I'm not trying to say that, but it was funny because all these security guards were just standing there like shoulder checking people as they ran through. And I don't know why. It's like you're not stopping them, but they're just shoulder checking and grabbing them.
Yeah, now you're just gonna do it to be a dick.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, I'm security. I got to look like I'm doing something, so I'm just gonna shoulder check people and push them and like.
I did find out. Speaking of security, I feel like the reason those guys are assholes is because most security guards don't get paid shit.
No,
because I even thought like, man, it'd be kind of cool be a security guard. Like, hey, calm down. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you stealing that? I looked into like they get paid like fucking like $8 an hour. Like, what the fuck?
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Even like the dudes that run the armored cars and they have to have a legal ability to carry a weapon and shit.
Yeah.
Those guys make less than I do. They make like $18 an hour.
What?
To be responsible for, like, I'm gonna put my fucking life on the line.
Yeah.
Like at that point, like somebody goes to Hope and just take it, dude. They don't pay me shit.
Yeah.
It's insane how little some of these security guards get paid. So that's why they're always so pissed.
and I think in most aspects too, they're like, if you get held up, just don't do anything. Just let them take the money because it's all insured, so nobody cares. But they got to show that they're actually trying to do something. You know what I mean? Like. Those bank transports, let's rob them all day.
Yeah. There's one video out. I think this was in like Russia. They looked like Eastern European kind of dudes where they were in the truck and somebody comes up and just starts like the bulletproof glass has like fucking, you can see where the bullets hit and shit. And the guy starts driving, like doing all these evasive maneuvers and he's looking out and shit. The other guy in the fucking passenger seat pulls out an AR and they're all like, and they said like, yeah, they probably would have fucking died. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So at that point, I don't even think it's about protecting the money. They were just like, I don't want to like, obviously they're trying to kill us already. Like, they didn't even try to stop it. They just started shooting. I was like, fuck this, we're out.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, they're just like driving down the highway and all of a sudden it's like, boom, 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 boom. Like, they're like, oh, no.
The video is fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah. Couldn't even imagine. That'd be crazy.
Right. Fucking stupid. What are you looking at over there? Oh, Michigan State Purdue's on.
Yeah, I just left the football game. I'm going to keep looking over it.
I wanted to turn the TV off because it might be a distraction, but I was like, I still want to see how this game ends up. They tied it up right now, so
yeah, it's going to be.
This could be a little more relaxed episode too. You know, it doesn't fucking matter.
They all matter. It's all.
I mean,
it's all good contact. Yeah. It's all wonderful. But
are you guys more into college football or NFL? What's your preference?
Personally, I'm more into NFL.
Okay, me too.
Yeah,
I would say college as far as like. I mean, it's 50-50 for me right now because the Browns are actually good, and I'm like actually following it now.
Yeah,
because the Browns have been so bad for so long, and I was devastated as a kid when they demolished the Browns, and the Browns didn't exist for a little bit until they brought them back. So that was always like, to me, I was so angry about that. I was like, oh, you just take away my team. You can't just take away my team.
Right.
So for a while, I didn't care about NFL because I was just like, whatever. And then they brought the Browns back, and then finally it's like, all right, well, Brown, and I'm not bandwagon because I've been a fan of the Browns. I just we've just been so shit. It's just like I don't care to watch NFL. And Ohio State's always been good, so it's always fun to watch.
Yeah, and I mean I do love both, but I like when it comes to college football, I'd rather if it's not Ohio State playing, I really don't care.
Yeah.
But with NFL, like I will watch other games because I'm a little more into like seeing it. Okay, fuck that team.
Exactly.
Like even though I'm a Browns fan, it's like, but I still like that team. You know, shit like that. But like, my beef with college football, which I'm getting, it's different now because I'm watching a little more college ball. Now that I learned that they are allowed to get paid for merchandise.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's sweet.
Because I always hate it's like, man, these fucking dudes are out here putting their health on the line. Like you see somebody get injured, like for what? For a college education they didn't actually receive because they're just passing them grades.
Yeah, and you see all these colleges making so much money off their guys. Like it's just like, dude, give us some money, man.
Right. Like even like when that COVID shit happened, they started suspending seasons and shit. Colleges like, we don't know how we're gonna operate. We don't have any money. I'm like, well, obviously you're not a fucking college. You're not a college. You're a football program. Yeah. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, at least cut them like 20%, 10%.
Right, right. Making so much money off of these kids. But at least now they're allowed to the merchandise and shit. So that's cool. Yeah. Like, these young kids can make some fucking money and
get sponsorships. Yeah. And get free
if you
cars.
you blow your knee out and you can't make it to the combine, nobody drafts you and your football career is dead. At least you got some fucking money for it, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
It's always been a big topic, you know, like, because they are literally putting their bodies on the on the line in a way, you know, because they're getting beat up, they're getting hit, they're doing all this stuff, and a lot of them don't make it to the NFL.
No,
I mean most of the players you see are not going to the NFL,
right?
And the colleges make hundreds of millions off of them.
Dude, that's one thing cool that I saw though is that people in NASCAR will scout these athletes that don't have what it takes to get in the NFL. Like, well, you're fit, you know how to work out, you can carry shit, and they put them on the fucking pit crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, what the fuck, Jimmy, whatever the last dude that won a whole bunch of cups and shit. I know his name's fucking Jimmy. He drove the Lowe's car. I think it was number 43. Can't think of his last goddamn name. But they showed, like, HBO had a special for where they did behind the scenes stuff, and everybody on that pit crew were like, yeah, I played football for this college. I played football for that. Like, it's like that's kind of cool. Like, you're true at, and it showed them like fucking working out and shit. And, like, I guess you do have to be physically fit to grab those tires and like, you know, do all that shit.
Dude, that's
you gotta be fast and like
yeah, that's a grind right there.
Right. Like, so I thought that was kind of cool. Like, man, maybe I should have tried to go college ball so I could be on a fucking pit crew. Or go to college to be on a, you know, there's no auto racing in colleges, so they got to recruit these, you know, athletes from somewhere, you know.
Yeah, just slam some tires on, fill that gas tank up as fast as possible.
Throw that weight around, you know.
And it's all precision. I mean, a quick pit stop is huge in NASCAR. So.
Yeah.
I'm sure those guys, but hey, we can break a record again.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Yeah,
I almost broke a record in college. Now I can break a record again.
10 seconds, you know? Like,
exactly.
That's what I wanted to be, that guy. If I was going to be on a pit crew, I want to be the
little lug nut screwer.
Yeah. Run my little impact gun for sure, dude. All right, so yeah, on this episode, we're actually going to try beer. Last episode we recorded, we were going to taste this beer, and then we ended up talking so much that we didn't really have time for it.
We're going to blame it on our wives.
Yeah, that's their fault.
It's their fault.
But it was cool having the wives on and stuff. And
they're beautiful, they're wonderful, but it's still their damn fault.
So this is from New Belgium Brewery. We got Fat Tire Amber Ale. They're a relatively new brewery from 1991. It says they were established. And it's from Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado, baby.
Yeah. Fat Tire is one of those ones that's like blowing up pretty big, or at least did when they first released.
Ooh.
It's only 1991, huh? I feel like they've been around longer than that, but I guess that is a long time, considering what year it is.
Yeah.
This is old now. Time just...
Yeah. Whenever I see 1991, I don't think 30 years ago, you know?
Yeah. Like, just think of Backstreet Boys.
Right. But yeah,
probably later than that.
38 now, so like everything now to me seems like it's forever ago.
Yeah.
Sucks, but...
So out of Colorado. I know I've had this before. It's been a minute, though. Let me give it a shot here.
I've never had this. This is brand new to me.
It's got that caramel amber ale flavor to it.
Yep.
It tastes like an amber ale.
Definitely does. They nailed that one.
Yeah. I don't know how much more to say about amber ale. Besides, it's pretty good.
It's really good. It doesn't really give you a lot more information on there. It doesn't have like IBUs or alcohol's 5.2%.
There you go.
Just a little heavier.
A little heavier than your normal beer. Not much, but a little bit heavier.
Like you said, you get that good kind of caramelized flavor.
I like it. I think if I was going to rate it, I'm just going to throw it at like 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Just
I'm going to give it a good thumbs up.
Yeah, 7.2. 7.2.
7.2. Brad's put the point system in.
Yeah. On an amber ale scale, probably 6.4.
How many units would you rate it?
0.5.
0.5 units.
0.5 of a unit.
Yeah.
So we don't know what that scale is off of, but it sounds pretty good.
Proud of those units. Proud of every one of those
I mean,
units.
if I were to bet beers on a bet, probably half a bet right there. Half a unit.
Half a unit. Got it. Perfect. That was like the least rated. I mean, it's just a decent beer.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else to say about it.
That was one of our quicker beer ratings. Right
I would
there.
definitely pick some more up.
Yeah. If I went to the party and that's all they were serving, I would be happy with it.
Yeah, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
Nothing
and I'd
crazy
probably buy
about
it again.
Yeah.
For sure.
And they got a bicycle in the can.
Yeah, a little bike. It's probably got, I'm guessing the bike has fat tires?
It does. It looks like it. It's like an old school bike on there.
With fat tires.
And it's from Colorado.
Yeah.
I heard it's pretty popular over there, though.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah. This is like one of the beers I serve at my little distributor. So
Yeah.
Okay.
it's pretty popular over there.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think they're blowing up pretty big.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of different beers. Check them out.
Check it out.
Colorado.
Yas.
Right.
So-
What you got for this week, Steve?
Well, we've been talking. Want to touch base on the Cody's Cocktail Corner thing. We thought it'd be an awesome segment to the show, but then listening back, it seems like it gets a little clunky with. So we want to turn it more into like a small segment, social media blast thing. Show you how to make the cocktail. Do more of the meat and potatoes of the cocktail process for a small social media thing. And then we'll talk about it real quick on the podcast. And then by that time, it'll release before we do it. So you guys can mix one up and have it with us.
Yeah, so in my head when I was listening back to the Cocktail Corner, I was like, it's a cool idea, but it's not because I've already made the cocktail and now I'm just trying to tell you how to do it. But nobody's going to rewind the episode and be like, what was his recipe?
Yeah.
So I thought instead of that, let's put it on social media first. I'll show you how to make it.
Turn it into like a quick short type thing, you know?
A quick short type thing, and then while we do the show, we can have the cocktail, and then say, hey, blah blah blah, check us out. So, kind of makes more sense to me.
Yeah. So you don't get Cody's Cocktail Corner this episode or even last episode.
Yeah, I might
Just
do
fucking
it.
Deal with it.
I might do it like monthly. Just do like one a month.
Yeah.
Because there's so many good cocktails out there too.
Yeah,
but
and then
I don't want to over purge the hell out of it. Like,
and it gives us a chance too to like kind of look at holidays. Let's make eggnog or
right,
and have more time specific or
monthly themed cocktail over doing one a week.
Yeah, here's a Jack and Coke. You put fucking Jack and you put fucking Coke. In
Yeah.
like
It's essentially what most of ours were too.
But that being said, if there's any cocktails out there that you guys want to learn or see us taste, like, because we do, I like the weird ones. Like one of the first episodes we did that Miner's Breakfast where there was egg in it.
Mhm.
When we learned that a true whiskey sour had egg whites in it, or if there's any weird thing like
What?
like
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about? Egg in a cocktail?
Yeah, they used to
Oh,
put
yeah.
eggs and shit way back
All the
when.
time.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Back in the 20s, man, that was big. Like 20s, 30s. Like
Really?
you put
Yep.
eggs and everything. It was like you were getting a meal while you were drinking
Right.
a
Oh,
cocktail.
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
put protein in.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get a little sustenance. You're not just getting
Okay.
drunk and it's
Yeah.
it's my lunch now. You know?
Okay.
Right.
It's like a true whiskey sour we did in the one episode. You can look back at it. It takes egg whites. So I had to beat up. I put egg whites, separated them, put it into
Yeah.
the shaker, and I shook it with it. And it's cool because it gives it like a super foamy texture to it.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's definitely like it's almost like a little oily when you're drinking it. The
Yeah.
cocktail.
Yeah.
It's just different. It's different.
It makes it thicker so it sticks to your palate so you get better flavor. And it's way better than just like, oh, whiskey sour, here's whiskey and sour mix. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It adds a little deeper, a little depth to the flavor.
Yeah, so I want to get more inventive with the cocktails, do some different things, and that's going to take more time for me to be like at my home in the test kitchen, and I'll record a little short of me making the cocktail. And so instead of me just trying to sit here going, do 1 ounce of this, do that, you know what I mean? Like it makes more sense,
right?
It just makes more sense to me. So
right, but yeah, that being said too, if you don't have any weird shit or like one thing I do know is like picklebacks are a thing for shots. If you want to hear like our take on that, let us know if there's weird things. You're like, you would be surprised how well this tastes good together. And like, oh, fucking
yeah, we'll try it.
Bailey's and like whatever.
Yeah, tell us your favorite cocktail that you like to mix at home, and I'll try to match it.
What's your guys' like go-to cocktail? Like you go to a bar and you have to get a cocktail. What are you guys doing?
Depends on the time of year. So now it's cold. I'm gonna go more towards a whiskey cocktail. So I'm gonna hit my old fashions. I'm gonna hit my Manhattans. I'm gonna hit things like that. In the summertime, I'm more like a vodka drinker. So then I'll hit more like just a simple vodka tonic with some lime or like vodka Sprite or like whatever. But I can't always do a dirty martini any time of the year too. So
I love dirty martinis. Yeah, it's mine. Like if I'm just going straight to the bar and it's not like I'm on vacation or kind of like he says, it is more of a time and place thing.
Yeah,
of what your mood is.
That, yeah.
But if I'm just wanting to smash drinks, it's usually like a Jack and Coke, vodka tonic, or dirty martini.
Yeah, that's kind of.
But like when we went to Florida, I was straight pina coladas the entire fucking time.
Yeah,
like I'm on vacation, man. I need fucking pina coladas. Like. So what about you then?
Well, I'm not really big into the cocktails, but like you said, the dirty martinis, the Jack and Coke, gin and tonic. But when Cody took me out to the bars in Saginaw where I live, him and Steph took me out. And they got me these, it was like a shot into a Guinness. It was called like a firefighter or something.
Irish car bomb.
Dude, that was crazy. Yeah. That was awesome. And like they got me all sorts of stuff. And
hell yeah.
That was like my introduction to the old cocktails. And that was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved them all.
That's just a big ass shot right there. Yeah, Irish car bomb is a big ass shot. I love it. I love an Irish car bomb though. I mean, that's like.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That's like that drink you get when you're like, oh, we about to get towed up.
Right. And then there's a different one. It's like the grenade where they put 2 shots in the top. So once you pull the first one, the other one drops in, and like you got it. It's similar to an Irish car bomb, but they call it some kind of grenade. I forget. I saw that one this year. I haven't tried one of those yet.
I mean, chugging like half a Guinness,
a
half shot of Jameson and Bailey's is already enough.
It was good though, dude. I gotta admit, it was amazing.
Just crack an egg in that. Irish car bomb breakfast.
I need to get on that egg game, dude.
Yeah, that's you should try it. It was the miner's breakfast that we had on the show. It was 2 eggs cracked into a beer, and then you had a shot of whiskey. So you took the shot of whiskey, and then you slammed the whole beer with eggs in it, dude. Get you fucked up, get you some protein in there,
dude.
Get you ready for the day.
Yeah, that sounds like a full stomach right there.
Get you ready to go work in the fucking coal mines. Like I can see for sure why people would do that shit.
You're ready to go get black lung and die at the age of 50.
Yeah, well, no, at the age of like 8, because that's back whenever they had fucking child labor and shit.
Yeah,
I think I made that joke on the show. I was like, imagine yourself, you're like 12 years old, you gotta go work the mines. Like, you got to get your eggs and you got to get your beer and your whiskey. So wrap it up in that miner's breakfast.
Go pickaxe some coal down
there. Yeah. So here's some things I learned on the internet this week.
Oh boy, here we go.
Juno Al Capone, right?
Mm-hmm.
The big guy during Prohibition. He was smuggling a lot of alcohol. Big gangster dude, right?
Yeah.
His niece got sick from spoiled milk. Right.
Okay.
And so he's one of the main reasons he started the push to get expiration dates on shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Whenever I saw that, I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like Al Capone's the one like that was really. He started that push to get expiration dates on shit.
What a puss, dude.
It was his niece, though.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like his niece got sick, and he's like, "What's she doing drinking rotten milk? Oh, bada bing." I don't know. I don't even know if he was Italian, right?
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding, and you tell me you gave her expired milk.
She got the rotten milk.
Now she's got the runs.
And he's like, "What are you doing giving her the rotten milk?" And we didn't know it was rotten. There should be a way we should tell if it's a rotten milk.
I mean, That's
and then he
crazy.
pushed, he pushed to get that rotten milk figured out,
I mean, he was extreme bootlegger, obviously running booze in. There was some drug activity, I'm pretty sure, going on back then. Just mafia type shit,
Yeah.
He was a big mob guy, so
he had to protect the family.
he's always worried about protecting the family.
He had to keep him safe from the rotten milk.
From the rotten milk. She drank I mean, to me, so you're looking like a long time ago too,
right?
They had milk delivery at your door back then,
right?
You paid for milk delivery, like
out here in the country. I mean, he was in Chicago, right? So that was probably more you go down that the little bodega and shit.
Yep. But they were still at milk delivery back. I mean, you got to remember, Chicago back then was not Chicago we know now.
Right.
I mean, it was still
saying
different.
It was better or worse?
No, smaller. Not as many buildings.
Yeah.
It was still
probably
a big
the same
city.
death rate.
Yeah,
still
it had to be the same death.
Same
gun
violence.
It's
still
Chirac,
there.
But I mean, there's probably still milk delivery,
yeah,
and I can understand that. They're just dropping in. Now we pasteurize everything, and that wasn't probably pasteurized milk at all,
right?
And or maybe it was back then. I don't know. We'd have to look that up, but
we talked about pasteurization and Louis Pasteur and all that bullshit. I forget when that happened, but without going too far deep and me Googling things.
But that is kind of crazy that a guy that was so criminal was like,
he
put
heavily
dates on shit. Come on.
He heavily influenced the expiration date thing, so I thought that was kind of cool.
And that was probably right around the time where prepackaged foods were more coming out and stuff. You didn't have as much as that. You had your local butcher shop, you had your produce stands, you had your you just went everywhere and grabbed everything. Mm-hmm. You didn't go to one grocery store.
And you kind of expected it to be fresh,
Yeah.
Dude, I look at the expiration date on everything though, so I'm kind of with him.
Yeah.
I look when I go to the cheesecake little refrigerator at my work. It looks like it's 2 days later. It's like I'm not buying that, dude. I'm with you, man.
I got you, dog.
Yeah.
So your sister's the same way. If something expires.
We ain't buying
I'm like, no, it's still fine.
Yeah, that's how my mom is. My mom said, "Oh, it's only a week later. Yeah, drink it.
Just smell it, taste it real quick."
No, I'm not with that though.
No,
when it's 1 day late or the day of, it's like, no, we're not buying that.
But it could be a can of something, and I'm like, it's a week old, it's a week past its expiration. A can of something, I'm like, it's fine.
What was the other thing? This isn't even on my list, but it just made me think of this. I saw pink Himalayan salt, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the mountains of Himalaya, in the Himalayan mountains, this salt has sat for thousands and thousands of years just for us to dig it up, put it in a thing, and get it to us 2 months before it expires. How lucky were they to find it 2 months before it expires?
Right, yeah.
How the fuck does salt go bad? Why is there an experry date on fucking salt?
Salt
that's been sitting there for 50,000 years or whatever the fuck ever.
That's a
And
lie,
salt's
dude.
literally a curing agent you use to preserve things.
Right.
So,
yeah, that was the big joke. It's God, it's lucky they found that in that mountain, or else it would have been bad by now. They were 2 months late. They just have to throw it all away.
Man. And I mean, look at other cultures and stuff, and that do salt cod and stuff like that, where they're fermented things where they put stuff in the ground for years,
right,
and then pull it out, and that's a treat to them. And it's some of the craziest shit you ever see.
Yeah, you preserve cabbage and shit and call it kimchi.
Yeah. They want it to go rotten, essentially, because the gases that come off of it and the natural preservatives that come out of it. But,
right.
Everybody's got their thing. So
they do. Everybody does have their thing.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys take part in any of these? I noticed that November becomes this big month, whether it's No Shave November, No Nut November. There was someone I saw that was Movember, where you grow a mustache in November, and that's supposed to be more for prostate cancer awareness shit. Do you guys partake in any of the November things?
I used to do that No Shave November, but I was trying to do Mullet November, man. I was trying to get it going, but it just didn't fit. So I don't partake in anything though. I think that just do whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I probably did no Nut November until I hit puberty. So
yeah,
I got 12 years in there, good 12 years straight of No Nut Novembers, and
No. I don't have time for that shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could easily do no shave. You have a beard. I can't do it because I have to wear it in case I have to put on a respirator. I can't have hair on my face. So.
My neck would irritate me too much. Like I, get to that phase. You get to that phase that like that stubble.
Yeah,
and it irritates you. And I could grow it out, but then my neck would be like my hairline comes all the way down here on my neck. Like, and this is for you listening. It's like it's pretty far down.
Yeah,
and then I'd have to get the beard. Like it would drive me insane.
Right.
I'm not going to shave my face and do mustache only. That's pointless.
That
I already
looks
have
sweet,
a beard.
Yeah. I'm thinking about growing a mustache now just because that's the only facial hair I can have.
You should, dude.
Yeah.
You look sweet.
I look stupid with a fucking mustache.
Dude, you look sweet, man.
I look really dumb.
And it would be impossible for me to do November.
Yeah.
It'd be impossible.
Until you get a little older and the testosterone starts dropping and shit,
Yeah, I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
I'm sure it happens one of these days.
No, maybe I could pull. Oh man, that'd be hard.
What if
twice a day?
What if you did like I was even thinking like try and do a substitute to November where it's only self done nuts that I'll cut out. Like where you can still have sex and like that's fine with your partner. Like that's still fine, but it
all seems way too boring. I don't know why. Why are we doing that? Why?
I don't know. They do say that masturbation and porn and shit's not good. For
so then, am I supposed to?
Yeah, I had to put a blocker on that shit, man.
Yeah,
yeah, man. You throw a blocker on those porn sites, it'll keep you clean, man.
It's supposed to be good for your mental health.
I've had no problem. I just threw out some twins.
Yeah, you're busy.
Yeah,
man.
but how are you mentally?
Phenomenal.
I'm sex crazed maniac.
As soon as I pretty much, I guess that's my problem.
Yeah,
it's my curse to bear. Okay.
Could
have went in porn. That's all I'm saying. No, I just I mean, I get the awareness and stuff, but like, who are you showing your awareness to? My significant other, which, by the way, just had babies, and we had to wait 6 weeks for her to get cleared.
Yeah.
Before we could do anything.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brad.
I was gonna say, I'm sure.
I know how it goes. I hear from it from Steph and from Chrissy. Yeah. Chrissy's still going through it, so it's like, I know how it goes.
Right. I'm sure the brother just loves hearing about that. Like,
I don't care, man.
I'm super excited to hear when you're allowed to get fucked again. That's awesome.
I don't get weird about that stuff. It's just a circle of life, man. You know, but
it's natural.
As long as they're happy, it's like, dude, do whatever you want. I don't care about any of that stuff. So
that's cool, man.
Yeah. What about you, man? What about you?
I don't think I'm gonna partake in the November.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe I might try to keep my hands off myself. Type of thing. Like try and keep it more partner related then. Like but I couldn't swear it off completely. I don't think. Like
there's just no point, man. The months go by.
I'd rather be like no drinking November, and that would be tough. But I'd rather do that than like
that would actually probably be better for our mental health and physical health.
If we did that.
Than not coming.
Let's go run a mile instead. But right. Me like trying to like promote. Oh, it's testicular cancer, so we're not gonna ejaculate because of that. It's like, well, who's gonna know about that besides me? That's hurting nonstop,
right? Right.
And then me cock teasing my wife all the
time. No, hun, you don't get your needs met because I'm doing a challenge. Like fuck that.
If you had to run a mile right now, how fast do you think you could run it?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. You can go faster than 20.
Well, no, the ambulance got to come and pick me up and then finish the rest of the mile, dude.
Man, I could probably lay out a 12.
Yeah, dude.
Right, 12.
I mean, you could probably do faster.
Yeah.
You like 10's like just jogging.
Yeah.
No, I'd literally get a half mile and be dead.
No,
and
you
get oh yeah.
At one
with
point,
my job and everything I'm doing now,
I
am literally so out of shape, and I've been telling myself in my head when I'm driving around my car for 8 hours a day, I'm like, I need to start doing more physical activity because I am literally gonna die if I don't.
And like you've never really been and I'm trying to think of a nice way to say this. You've never really been you've never been a workout person.
Not a workout person, no.
But like if there's an activity involved, you're cool with that. Like hiking
Hiking,
is your workout.
Playing football, anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll easily get down on any kind of like activity, but it's like
you've never just been like, I need to get up and work out. I need to lift weights or I need to like jog on a treadmill. Like you've never really been that kind of person.
I tried to do that with you once when we were doing like P90X.
I tried to get you into P90X, and then you started drinking during the yoga course.
I thought it was yoga. I thought it was easy. I was like, I can drink Busch Light while we're doing yoga.
Yeah.
But I'd come down the basement after work and like we'd try to like do the lift, the pull ups, and I'd have to have a stool and like blah blah blah. Like I tried for like 2 weeks, and then I was like, yes,
Yeah.
How about you, Brad? You work out? You?
Oh yeah, I work out. I mean, I took a week off recently, but I mean, I run a mile a day.
Yeah.
About 7 minutes, 40 seconds, 8 minutes.
Okay.
So, but I just bought a new little Aerodyne Rogue Echo Bike thing. So
yeah,
I hit the bag a lot, do all that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
But dude, honestly, I think you could run a mile under 10 minutes.
Well,
I think you wake up. I think you got the drive. You know.
I probably could.
Yeah.
It's just like
I think you're just putting yourself down, man.
Maybe
I just
if you were by yourself. You probably would, but if like
it's really not
let's
that
say
hard.
us three go out and we go running, I feel like we could push ourselves equally to
dude, I think you guys
like
both got the drive, you
Yeah.
know? And when you get out there and you do it, it's not that hard, you know. You
Right.
push yourself, you're in your own mind, you just
because at one point it came up on my Facebook fucking memories like 3 years ago. I was down to like 220, and I was working out every fucking day.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was in a weight loss competition too, so I was trying to win this
Yeah.
shit. So at one point, I was running for an hour straight. Oh, it's treadmill. Treadmill's different than outside, right?
But it's still the same speed. Treadmills are actually pretty accurate with
But
that.
I was hitting a treadmill for an hour, and I'd do 7 miles in that hour. So,
Yeah.
like
dude, that's what
I was
you
hitting
want.
that 7-minute pace, you know.
So you'd be fine. You'd be under 10.
I don't know. I've been smoking a lot recently. My lungs might die on me now. My knees fuck. Like,
the knees are the biggest problem,
Right.
dude.
But yeah, like at one point I was hitting hard, and I got cut and shit.
Yeah, dude.
And it wasn't uncomfortable for me to bend down and tie my shoe and
Yeah.
stuff. Now I'm like fat again, and like I get out of breath walking upstairs, and I can't tie my shoes.
Yeah, it was hilarious actually. I was in the backyard of Eric and Karen's old house in New Philly down here, and I always had a fast sprint. Like I could sprint really fast.
Okay.
And his young boy, who's now a teenager, was like him and his daughter, and like we're gonna sprint. I literally take off as fast as I can, right? And I hadn't sprinted in forever. All my weight and inertia, I just fell over and rolled. I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like, all right, we gotta redo it.
You went faster than your legs could carry you.
Yeah, and then we sprinted again. And I didn't beat him to the goal line, but I beat him past it. Like I just kept running.
I
Yeah.
got you.
And I'm like, all right, I can still run fast. That's cool.
Yeah.
I can still run as fast as a 13-year-old, but I'm
Is that even like a good measure? He's only 13. His legs are probably half your length at that point.
he's fast. He's quick as shit. So.
Yeah.
Huh. 13-year-olds are probably faster than him. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like when kids get into their prime, it's more like 16 to like 20s. That's whenever they really get that good muscle development shit.
as long as I can run as fast as a 13-year-old, I can.
That 13-year-old just figured out. Well, I probably hasn't figured out, but his body just started producing testosterone. So
I can run away from a lot of things.
I think you went wrong just comparing yourself to a 13-year-old. You know?
Right.
Well, that's the best I got.
yeah, race that kid again when he's 17, 18.
Real life. That's all. Yeah.
That
No,
kid's
he's got
fucking
smoked.
smoke
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. He's probably smoked me right now.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. But yeah, no, I just. And I've been telling myself, like, and my job is just, I drive around in a car all day. And I don't, in my last job, I had a lot of physical activity. So I was out in the woods, hiking around, pounding steaks and doing all kinds of physical activity, sweating my face off all the time. And now I'm just like,
yeah,
and then Steph got pregnant, and it was like, we're just going to eat all the bullshit in the world.
Yeah.
All the bullshit. Now we had the babies. I'm like, all right, now we got to like get back on eating better. And it's like, nope, we're still eating all the bullshit in the world.
yeah.
So there's going to be a change soon, especially, we're going to get through holidays, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Because, everybody's like, oh, start a diet right now. It's like, because it's winter. It's like, yeah, but then holidays come up and you're going to have Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
Christmas.
It's not worth the stress it, man.
Right.
Just
Well,
live.
that's the other thing too that I'm trying to learn is that just because I fell off on a weekend, like this weekend's my birthday weekend, right?
Dude, for real, yeah.
So I've had some Burger King, I had some cake and
Yep.
shit, but that doesn't mean that come Monday that I fell off on the weekend, so why do I need to start eating healthier
right
again?
now,
You know,
yeah.
so instead of having those, the hard thing is that cheat meals turn into cheat days, and cheat days turn into cheat weeks,
Yeah.
No.
and it can't just do that.
Well, I already ate a burger. I might as well just eat another one. Fine.
Right. Right.
Next week, I'm going to eat a salad, though.
Yeah.
I'll have that salad on Wednesday, and then still eat bullshit the rest of the fucking week. Like that's
Yeah.
the hardest part is not letting it spiral into like a full blown like all out smorgasbord type
and then
shit.
when you hit that, that's what tears you apart right
Yeah,
there. It's just
yeah.
that feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think as long as you come home and you feel that feeling of exhaustion where you're just exhausted,
Yeah,
I think you're good. You
Right.
know? And whether you have to run a mile to feel that or whatever you got to do to feel that, as long as you feel that, then that's like the
Right.
success point of the day, you know?
when it is like there's a lot of that mental energy and physical energy. You can drain them by working out, and instead of like whenever I was more fit, like I had a little less anxiety, I was like less stressed,
exactly. That's
like
the
I
best
could
part,
just
dude.
fucking just shed all that extra weight of that mental stress and like all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Just get it out because you're not just sitting there and your body's like, wait, we have all this fucking energy, we need to do something with it.
Yep.
Like, oh, instead, how about you be depressed and we'll just put it on your love handles.
Yep.
You
And then
know?
you sit there and live with it and you go to bed with it. and you're
Right.
like, damn, I could have done more. I could have done more.
Right,
you know?
for sure.
My other problem is I love video games too much. So instead of being like, I should go work out for an hour,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, I could just play video games.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that could be an hour of Apex. You know, like,
Yeah. So like maybe I need to get this the new virtual reality Oculus, and they're promoting all the workout shit on that.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to get that so I can game.
But dude,
running around.
the Oculus also has some really good stuff too.
They do, yeah.
Where-
Yeah. I'm very curious about it. I'm very curious about it. And I want to get into it because I think VR is going to be the next step in video
Yeah.
games. And
hit that like Ready Player One
and,
shit.
and my
Yeah.
kids are going to.
That's what I've been hearing about.
I would love for that. Like,
Yeah.
give me a little run track.
Yep.
Well, Facebook is going to go to
Meta.
Meta.
Yeah, they already have.
That's going to be interactive, basically VR. So like, everything's going to VR. All
Yeah.
signs are pointing to virtual reality
yeah.
Oh yeah.
right now. So like, and you got the money, invest in VR if you can. You can find some avenue. I don't
Right.
know it. I'm not a financial advisor. I never give you advice, anyways. But I don't know where it's at.
Yeah.
If you find it, invest in it because it's going to blow up.
Did you ever watch Black Mirror?
And then give me 10% of your earnings. What?
Black Mirror. You know the show. on Netflix?
Yeah, I've watched like one episode. It's
Yeah,
not
I've
my
watched a couple
it's not my cup
episodes.
of tea, but yeah.
Dude, you gotta watch all of them because they're all different. It's awesome.
I
There's-
know, it's
There's
just
one that's
not
video
my-
game related.
Yeah, I've seen that
You-
one, I think.
Did you? Where they like you literally just put this like little tab on your temple and then you pass out and you're in the video game. Like that shit would be dope as fuck.
Yeah, until people start living in there nonstop and they don't want to
And
live their real
they
life.
kind of did, and then the dudes
Yeah.
had sex with each other.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
yeah.
The two guys are like best
Yeah.
friends, and they're like
They're like best friends, like, and they're playing like a Tekken like fighter style, like Street Fighter type game.
yeah.
And then the one picks the girl character, and then they end up start fucking it. And they're like, "Wait, are we cheating on our wives?" Like, "I don't know, we're bros, dude. Like, are we gay now?" Like, even the one guy kissed him. Like, no, we're not gay. Like, but what the fuck's going on? Like,
Yeah.
so
Confusion,
what I'm trying to
yeah.
say is, like, if that ever happened, do you think you'd fuck me in a video game?
No.
No, I'd try.
Yeah.
I mean,
Would
no.
or if you knew it was capable, would you be interested in trying to be the female character just to see what it feels like to them?
I mean, no.
Like you're not even just a little bit curious, like, oh, like you can turn this on, put this in you're not actually having physical sex.
Well, if
with
I'm gonna do
somebody.
that, then it's gonna be like my wife, and that way it's only between me and her.
Okay, okay.
Because if it's between me and you, that just gets awkward.
Well, no, I'm not even like really getting.
That's
back
the
to me
whole
and you. Yeah, I'm not even getting back to me and you, but like I've
Or
always,
maybe some random
I've always
stranger.
wanted
Yeah.
like studies show that women's orgasms are different than men's orgasms. Like, I want to know what that feels like to them.
Yeah,
like,
for
I'm
sure,
curious.
dude. I want to know everything.
Yeah, and that would make you better.
Yeah,
than performing it in real life.
Yeah, but then the shit I'm into as a woman is probably way different than shit my wife's
Yeah, but then it's gonna be so awesome because you got this thing, and then you're gonna be like, well, I'm never leaving this.
And then you get stuck in the Matrix, which is an awesome segue into another point that another thing I learned about this week. The woman that wrote Matrix and the Terminator, says that they are in the same realm. Terminator started the rise of the machines and the takeover by computers, and then the Matrix is technically like the sequel to that and how she wrote it. And I didn't realize that either of them had.
Like, I didn't know they had anything to do with each other.
But if you think about it, like, it makes perfect sense.
It does.
And she even said like fucking like Neo is John Connor's son or some bullshit. Like the interview that I watched, like, it doesn't tie together in the movies, I don't think, in that storyline, but maybe that's where they're going to try and write it now.
He's got the DNA for John Connor.
Right.
Damn.
Right. Like, but it makes kind of sense. Like, because it's one story about the machines trying to take over, and it's the other story is the machines have already taken over. So why not write them fucking together, Pretty interesting.
And we're just batteries.
Just batteries.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it. I thought it was kind of, and I didn't even realize Sophia Stewart is what I saw. I didn't do a lot of research on this, but I saw one interview, so I'm hoping that this is all true.
I mean, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense. And then Neo's got a little DNA from John Connor, and he's the one that tried to bring it down in the first place, and now he's trying to bring it down again. And now the new Matrix is going to come out.
I was going to say, they're filming a new one right now.
And he put himself back in just so he could be with Trinity again.
Oh, that's so cute.
Is what they're going to say. That's the whole aspect of it. He wanted to be back with his.
See, I never followed out the Matrix trilogy.
Oh yeah,
Only ever seen the first one.
So I mean, second one's pretty good. They get pretty far fetched, and then like he basically has the power to control the
Matrix.
Yeah, but even out of the Matrix, even out of the Matrix, he can he's like, I can feel them coming.
Oh shit!
And he can shut down robots with his mind outside. That's where it got kind of too far fetched to me.
Yeah, and I get because I never even followed out the whole Terminator thing too. I watched T1 and T2. I think I've seen Terminator 3, but then they keep adding more shit to that, and it's like, well, how much. You kind of just you're milking the dry cow at some point,
The first Matrix was awesome, and
it was for sure,
perfect. And he shut it down, and they won basically. Humans won. And then they're like, "Oh, we got to build on this," and they're like, "Oh, now we're gonna show the city, and we got to fight the robots, blah blah." Yeah, then he gets powers outside the Matrix, where he's can boom and EMP the robots by hand
from his
and
mind.
It's man, all right.
It makes more sense when it worked only in the Matrix,
Yeah.
But
I get it in the Matrix. You go in, they're computers, they're robots, you destroy the system, it's over.
Right.
It's done. It's done.
Right.
But, that's how the movie business goes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you always gotta milk that dry tea, But I don't really think I have a whole lot else that we need to talk about on this show.
Yeah.
How about you? You got anything you want to bring up?
No, I think I'm good. Brad, you got anything for us?
Yeah, I do got a question.
Okay.
So
let's
say I come to Ohio.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What are you suggesting me to do? Any city, anything. Let's say somebody comes to your state, your city. What are you suggesting them to do to have a good time?
In this area,
to have a damn good time.
Have a damn good time. First off, you've nailed it. Come on this podcast, right?
All right.
Hang out with us. There you
go. Bum.
That's what you do when you're in Ohio and Tuscarawas County. You come on this fucking show.
But let's say somebody famous, you just somehow know them, and they're like, "Yo, I'm in Ohio. What should I do?"
Okay.
Do you have any like suggestions? What are you suggesting to them?
This area is a little harder because there's some cool shit around us, but like nothing within like a 15-minute drive, right?
Yeah.
But like, say you're in Cleveland, the Rock Hall is fucking awesome. I went through the Rock Hall, but this has been forever. It's probably
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's probably even completely different right now. I kind of want to go back and check it out.
Really?
Yeah, because it's probably been 15 years since I've been there, so I'm sure the exhibits are different.
Yeah.
But like, you got to see, it's so crazy. Like, I got to see like Christina Aguilera's suit on a mannequin, right? And she's literally like this big around.
Really?
Like, just so fucking tiny. Like,
Oh my god.
because you see it on TV, it's like, oh, that's like a normal sized person. But it's like, no, like you see that outfit that she wore, it's like, Jesus, like she's so tiny.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. But yeah, Rock Hall's fucking awesome. Obviously, we got the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's sweet,
Canton.
dude. That's sweet.
It's only getting better. I mean,
Yeah.
they've just been building it up now.
Yeah.
Like, they are like trying to make it like a mega center, basically.
Yeah.
So they're putting a hotel up now, and they've bought out. What the problem was, they had to buy out all the houses around
Right.
Yeah.
the Football Hall
And
of
of course,
Fame.
they were like, no.
Yeah,
Give
there's
me
a lot of
more
older
money.
people that were like, no, we're not going to buy. We're not. No,
I need a lot more money.
No, yeah. So they basically had to give these people like a ton of money to sell their houses.
And then this is probably actually closer to you, Cedar Point.
Yeah, dude.
Cedar Point's the fucking shit. Dude.
Yeah,
I
dude.
love Cedar Point.
Dude, so I haven't been there since I was like 4 years old, and I think I'm going back there next year.
Yeah, dude. They got
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot
Cedar Point's
better
cool.
coasters and shit.
Yeah,
since,
dude.
Since you've last been there.
Dude, that shit scares me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Love roller coasters. Even Columbus. I've been to Columbus a couple times just for concerts and stuff.
Yeah.
But just, I don't even know what to tell you to visit in Columbus, but just the energy of that city is really cool to me.
Yeah.
Like, I love Cleveland. Cleveland's pretty cool, but it still feels trashy and scary.
Yeah.
Like, in Cleveland,
That's what I've heard, dude, honestly.
in Cleveland, I was always felt like on edge, right?
Yep.
But Columbus was cool because it felt like, man, it's a big fucking city, but I don't feel like I'm in danger. Right?
Yeah.
Columbus had a cool vibe to
Well,
it.
both of them have their own aspects, right? So like, there's spots in Cleveland, like if you go near their arenas, like Cleveland, you got the Browns, the Indians, and the Cavs arenas are all like pretty close to
that's
each
pretty
other,
awesome.
pretty close
That's
to each other.
awesome.
So you can go see a game, like go see an Indians game, go see a Cavs game, like go see a Browns game,
Yeah.
and they're all pretty close to each other, and you can just kind of like be in that downtown area, and it's super awesome down there. But yeah, Columbus has multiple areas you can go to. It's just like there's different areas you can go to depending on what you like, and like super nice and clean.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm sure there's bad parts of Columbus because it's a big
Oh,
city,
absolutely
obviously.
there is.
But just a few times that I've visited, because I lived in Cleveland for a while, so I saw.
Really?
I saw some dirt.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
dude.
Like when you live in that city, you see the grittier parts and you see the beautiful parts. So you do kind of have that like kind of bias. It's like, well, I see the shit.
Yeah.
But
you see the glory.
Yeah, but every
Yeah.
time I've been through Columbus, I've always ever been in the nice parts. I'm like, this just feels nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I didn't live there, so like every place I've been, I stayed in hotels in Columbus. So it's probably in a nicer area where I couldn't afford to have lived. So if I had moved to Columbus, I'd probably only be able to afford to live in the shit areas where it's like, oh, okay, here's the grittier stuff. You know?
Yeah.
This is where it gets a little sketchy. Okay, now I can buy some drugs.
Yeah.
like,
Now Ohio's got a lot to offer, and there's little man-made lakes around here and stuff in our caves, but it's just like any state,
Yeah.
It's got its pros and it's got its cons.
We got some good hikes out there. Lots
Dude,
of
you got some good hikes.
lots
out
of
there.
good natural forest areas and shit. But
Yeah.
I'm sure Michigan's the same.
Yeah, I'd say Ohio has just a little bit more to offer than Michigan.
Yeah.
Unless you go to like the Upper Peninsula and you're really like camping and being real outdoorsy.
Well, you got a lot of natural lakes there too.
Yeah,
which
but
is
Ohio's
like
got some really good hikes, like that town I was talking about, Cuyahoga Falls or whatever. Cuyahoga.
Yeah.
Dude, that place is awesome.
Yeah.
They got some good stuff up there.
Some
So.
cool waterfalls and
Yeah,
shit.
oh yeah.
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 Yeah, even in this area we got like Dundee Falls. That one's actually a 15-minute drive. It's a good hike too.
Yeah, dude.
Dundee Falls is awesome.
Yeah, you got some better hikes than we got in Michigan, unless you go to the Upper Peninsula.
Hey, maybe we'll be hungover tomorrow, but I'll just take you over to Atwood Park tomorrow. We'll have
do
a nice little
man.
hike.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we'll take the
They got
dogs
the fire
out.
tower out there too.
The fire tower. You can get up and like get a good overview of the lake. It'd be a perfect time of year with the leaves and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck yeah, dude. That's
So
actually the perfect.
You're gonna
hike.
have to really push me, Brad, but we'll try it.
Okay. I'll push you, man. I got you.
All right.
But
We'll
yeah,
do a little hike tomorrow. But yeah, Ohio and Michigan are not too far off, right?
No.
Like
No.
unless you get
No,
northern,
dude,
where Michigan, where you're born and raised, like Gaylord, that's a whole different thing.
Dude, they're
But-
honestly about the same. I got to be honest, though, where I work, I have way more Ohio State Buckeye fans than I do any Michigan State or Michigan
Nice.
Wolverines.
No shit.
Dude, they all wear Ohio State Buckeye hats.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
I ask them why, and they're just like, dude, Ohio State Buckeyes, let's go. And I'm like, what, dude? Like, are you shitting me right now?
Or maybe they got such a bias against the Wolverines like you do. They're like, well, no,
Yeah.
we hate the Wolverines so much that we might as well go to an Ohio team instead of Michigan
Dude,
State.
that's exactly their thinking. they love the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy. You wouldn't believe it. The southern part of Michigan, Buckeyes all the way.
Yeah.
Really?
It's crazy.
Maybe
You
they just came
wouldn't
up from Toledo or something. They're
believe it.
like,
Yeah. You
Yeah.
wouldn't believe it, but it's crazy.
That's awesome. Go Bucks. OH.
Oh,
Hell yeah, dude.
all right. I think that's a
Yeah.
that's a damn good time we just had,
Yeah.
boys.
Did you have a damn good time?
Had a damn good time. Did you have a damn good time?
I had a damn good time.
Brad, did you have a damn good time?
I had a damn good time, guys.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
thanks for coming on the podcast.
No,
and
thanks for
shit,
having
too.
me, guys. For
Dude,
real.
I was so glad
Like,
that
I don't know if I ruined it or anything.
No,
No,
this is fucking
absolutely not.
awesome. And I was super glad too that the whole like we remembered about the whole UFC because we were a
Oh,
little
yeah,
drunk
dude.
and shit. Like,
Oh,
I
dude.
was so glad you came down
Yeah.
and then to come on the show, dude. This is fucking perfect. This is gonna be
Thanks,
dope
bro.
as
Yeah,
day.
no,
So,
thanks, guys, for sure.
but thanks for tuning in. Click like, subscribe, check out all our shit. Do you want to plug Instagram, Facebook, any of that stuff?
No, man.
Nah,
No.
nah.
Just follow these guys, subscribe, do everything.
All the
Make
ladies
comments.
all the ladies out there, you know where to find them.
Yeah, Tinder,
Yeah.
Bumble.
Yeah.
Comment. I can get you Brad's number if you need it.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll check you out
hard,
later.
hard pimping over here.
Cheers.
Cheers.